everybody, good afternoon from a cold, damp, miserable, grey, horrible Saturday afternoon here in sunny Bedford. This is my first vlog. My voice is shaking, as are my hands, because it is so freaking cold here. I'm not kidding. It's probably about 2 degrees, I would say, but it's the damp really. So I thought I'd show you around a little bit. This is very much like a swamp at the moment. I'm wearing my favourite boots, which are waterproof, which I think was a good move. There's been a lot of flooding here recently. The Great Ouse River has burst its banks several times. It's not been very serious, but certain footpaths have been flooded, so you couldn't walk through them. Lots of wildlife here. Not so many people. A few people around. I mean, it's a Saturday afternoon, but who would come out on a day like this around here? You'd have to be mad, wouldn't you? So the seagulls here have a different view. I guess they have to eat and drink and go for a swim, maybe. With lots of black-headed gulls there. So this is the Great Ouse River itself, and this is the boat turning point, slightly damaged sign. Quite disappointing really that there aren't any, boats turning. So people over there feeding swans, some young swans or cygnets. There are Canada geese, and that very noisy beggar there, that's a sort of a hybrid grey-lag goose. It's white because it would have been domesticated originally, or its ancestors would have been. So I suppose you're wondering, why Apricata? Well, I'm a composer, so first of all that draws a bit more attention to that fact, and hopefully we'll get my name out there a bit more. You can check out the Apricata Facebook page, or you can look me up on YouTube. Just search for Apricata Composer. The reason I chose Apricata, actually for 2 reasons. One, I think everything else had gone, quite frankly. Every other band name or composer name had been used, sometimes, many times. So I deliberately went for a word from a foreign language, which I couldn't see had been used for a band or a composer. Apricata itself is an Indonesian word. I liked the sort of almost the symmetry of it, almost a bit like abracadabra. I thought it would be memorable. And it actually, in Indonesian, I believe it means something like mystic or mysticism, something like that. So I thought that would be quite sort of fun and maybe suits some of the ethereal music that I do, for want of a better word. The best part about Bedford is the river and the parkland. There are quite a few bridges here, as you can see. It's quite a busy market town. In fact, the markets are amazing, and people visit them from all over the country. It's one of the best features of the town. On the minus side, it's a very, very noisy place. Some people seem to use it as a racetrack. There's an example. A lot of cars go way over the speed limit, and there always seem to be sirens and so on. As I said, very noisy. I have to raise my voice now because of the sheer volume of traffic on the main road behind me. But apparently this is Newnham Bridge, Newnham. Looks like it could do with a lick of paint, but it's quite cute, I suppose, in its own way. This is a view downriver, maybe upriver, I'm not sure. Probably down. That's looking towards Bedford, and there's another bridge there, which I think is Victorian. I may be completely wrong. Maybe I'll find out and add that in the comments after I finish the vlog. Here's just another little view of the river. There's so many mute swans around here, and many of them are very friendly, but you have to be careful because they can break a man's arm, you know. This is a closer view of that Victorian Bridge. I don't know the name of the bridge, unfortunately, otherwise I would divulge that information. This is the local bandstand. I seem to remember reading once that bandstands were built all over the country in the 19th century. If I remember rightly, they were mostly installed with a view to having military bands playing to help people feel more patriotic. Well, the light's fading, so I don't think I can take much more footage today, but this is the more central part of the river, complete with the old bridge here, this old stone bridge, which I think is about 150 years old. Not much more to say about it, it's a bridge. This is the Kio Hotel, which is quite a nice hotel, stayed there once. You've got views over the river if you feel lucky, or if like me you just happen to ask for them without paying any extra. But it's quite nice, it's been refurbished recently. Haven't tried the food or anything else, but the rooms are nice. It's quite reasonably priced. Maybe depends, but on booking.com it's probably £80 to £100 a night. I got it for about 55 I think. This is a view looking towards the town centre and the high street. So quite busy. You've got McDonald's, Nando's and all the usual stores that you get in the town centre. Well, there's a better view of the Kio Hotel. This is quite a nice view of the river, the Great Ouse, and there's the boat club opposite. Sometimes they play live music there. Saw one of my favourite bands play recently, well, in the summer. But there's a nice little bar upstairs where you can have a pint or a soft drink if one prefers. Swan Hotel, a bit more expensive than the Kio. Quite nice, although I was disappointed with breakfast and coffee, which was cold. But it's okay. Nice inside though. This is a new Nepalese restaurant that's opened in town called the Blue Monk. Looks quite classy. Might have to try it one night. This is a statue, quite contemporary, of two faces. They're illuminated violet at night. And the idea being that this is a conversation between two women of different ethnic groups and cultures, which represents the diversification of Bedford itself. This is further along the high street. Some very nice Dutch-style gables there on top of the buildings, very popular throughout Britain. Okay, as you can see, the light's fading, so that's the end of this Bedford vlog, my first. And I'll see you soon. There'll be lots more coming, restaurant vlogs and bar and pub vlogs, so that I can share some of my experiences with you. But for now, be good and behave yourselves. See you soon.